They are now living outside of Buenos Aires, far from Buenos Aires. They take a train in to the city and eventually determine where Nicholas is living through friends. And Sylvia goes, as was written, in a pretty little dress to the door in the neighborhood of Olivos to this two-bedroom, small, one-story, rather ramshackle house, and knocks on the door. And who answers but Ricardo Clement, Adolf Eichmann. And you can imagine, so he invites her in, Nicholas isn't there, and they're having a conversation, and she can't quite determine one way or the other whether this person, and you'll see later in this presentation what Adolf Eichmann looked like by the time of his capture. They were two largely different men. They did not almost look like two different people. So she couldn't quite tell one way or the other whether it was him. She asked him who he was, and he said, well, I'm Nicholas's uncle, I'm living here, and that's really where the conversation ends. When suddenly Nicholas Eichmann comes in, now you can imagine your ex-girlfriend showing up at your house. That's bad enough. Even worse is that you know your father is a war criminal and is living under an alias. But Nicholas Eichmann, not being terribly bright, grabs Sylvia and sort of ushers her out of the house and says, I will be right back, Father. So you guys got that, right? That's I can always tell if the audience is paying attention, whether they get that. So Sylvia gets this, they determine, well, this is very likely Adolf Eichmann. Again, another letter finds its way all the way across the sea to Dr. Bauer. Dr. Bauer determines, okay, now I have enough information, I'm going to do something about this. The Americans won't help me, my own country won't help me, no international organization will help me. I will go to the one people who actually should care about these war criminals. I will go to the Israelis.